Hey my dear listeners, welcome back to this video series on univariate descriptive statistics. I am Gurushiya and right now we are in level 3 section 1 video B. And in this video I'll be telling you how to put a frequency distribution table in Excel, SPSS and in R. Okay, so in the last video, that is level 1 section 1 video A, I explained about frequency. What is frequency distribution table? What are the absolute, relative, cumulative and relative cumulative frequencies and their uses too. So in this video we will be directly construct the frequency distribution table using Excel, SPSS and R. Okay, let's dive into the topic. And yeah, this is the data set that we're going to use for this video, and this is about the students' performance on their math score, reading score, something. Their gender is given, their group, to which group do they belong to, then parental level of education, then course completion, math score, reading score, writing score. Okay. As we're going to construct a frequency distribution table for qualitative data, we will be only concentrating on the first 4 qualitative variables, that is gender, group, parental level of education and course completion. We're not going to concentrate on math score, reading score, writing score. Okay. In the first 4, we can take any one and we can put a frequency table for that. And as it is univariate descriptive statistics, we are going to construct a frequency distribution table for only one variable. If we construct it for 2 variables, it goes to bivariate descriptive statistics, and that's not our part of discussion. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's dive into the topic. And I'm going to put frequency distribution for the column B, that is the group column. I want to know how many of them belong to group A, how many of them belong to group B, group C and group D. I hope so only there are 4 groups. Yeah. And in order to do that, in Excel I'm going to paste it in a new sheet so that it will be easier for me. I'm just copying it twice because when I find the unique values, the entire data set should not collapse. Then just from looking at this, I can see that there are only 4 groups A, B, C and D. But that I may be wrong. So in order to find the unique values, we can use remove duplicates function. So in order to do that, select the column, go to data tab and then under data tools select remove duplicates and then press OK. And yeah, here the Excel says 995 duplicate values found and removed, 5 unique values remain. Thank God, I thought that there is only 4 groups A, B, C, D, but there are 5. A group E is also there. Unfortunately, I didn't notice it. Thank God for using remove duplicates. Okay, after this, our observation is this 5 group, that is A, B, C, D and E, and we will find out the frequencies of these 5 groups. I hope you understand. Okay, and we're going to find the absolute frequency. As I said before, absolute frequency is just the count of numbers. I'm going to use the count function. I can't just say that count this, count that. I'm going to say count if this series or this range has the criteria called group A. If some word like group A is present in this range, please count it as 1. And as the range remains the same for all other groups, just we can make it absolute. Just press F4, keep your cursor in the cell range and then press F4. It will be automatically assigned. The $ stands for absolute referencing, and when we put $ before and after, the range will be fixed. Okay, it will not change formula when the formula is copied. Okay, I'm going to press the autofill button and yeah, I got. That is, in group A I have 89 and group B 190, group C 319, like that. Okay, and I'm going to find the next one, the relative frequency. As I said before, relative frequency is the percentage of absolute frequency. Okay, so it's nothing but equal to, open bracket, absolute frequency divided by 1000 into 100 percentage. Okay, and press enter. Yeah, I have got 8.9. That is 8.9% of the students belong to group A. And the next one, just press the autofill button. And yeah, I have got it. And 19% belong to group B, 31.9 belong to group C, like that. Okay. And when we sum all these, we must get 100. As we have represented using the percentage, we must get the total of 100. Yeah, we got it. Excellent. Then coming to the cumulative frequency. As I said before, cumulative frequency is the running total of the absolute frequency. So, equal to the first digit 89. Yes, press enter. Then the next one is equal to the above the previous frequency plus the upcoming frequency, that is 192. Then 279. Yeah. Then similarly the next one, or else I can just press the autofill button. So it's nothing but 89. 89 plus 190, 279. 279 plus 319, 598. 598 plus 262, 860, like that. Okay. And relative cumulative frequency. Relative cumulative frequency is the cumulative frequency of relative frequency. That's it. So equal to the first value in the relative frequency, then in the second one equal to the first value plus the second value in the relative frequency column. Yeah, 27.19. Okay, so it's very similar. The 8.9 plus 19, 27.9, and so on. And please note, in the cumulative frequency column, the last value is 1000, which is the sum of the absolute frequencies. And the relative cumulative frequency column, the last value is 100, which is the total of the relative frequency column. Yeah, that's all. And this is the frequency distribution table for the variable group. Okay, and we have completed it in Excel. Now let's move on to SPSS. In SPSS, it's an easy task. Okay, just you're supposed to be in the data view. Go to Analyze tab, click on Descriptive Statistics, and from that, in the drop down, click on Frequencies. You will get a Frequencies dialog box, and in that, just choose the variable that you wanna put frequency. That means that you want to put frequency distribution table. In this case, I'm going to select the second one, the group, and press this one. And here you can see the display frequency tables checkbox is already checked. And press OK. Within few seconds, your frequency distribution table will be generated. Yeah, you can see that the observation that I have is group A, group B, group C, group D, and group E. And the absolute frequency or the frequency is 89190, as we saw in the Excel. Here the percent is nothing but the relative frequency. As I said before, relative frequency is a percentage that is related to the frequency or the absolute frequency. Okay. Then the valid percent, don't consider it. It's because of if there is any missing value, it will be denoted there. So don't bother about that right now. And the cumulative percent is nothing but the relative cumulative frequency. Here in SPSS, we don't have cumulative frequency. We only have relative cumulative frequency, and that is the cumulative percent. In SPSS, it's very simple. Just go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies, click on the variables that you want a frequency, click OK, you will get the output. That's exactly wow, right? Okay, then we have completed in SPSS 2. Then let's move on to R. Okay, we have come to the R environment, and yeah, I have the student data set, and in that we're going to apply or put the frequency distribution for the variable group. Okay, so first of all, I want to concentrate only on the group variable, right? Only on the group column. So let me mention like this. Let me assign a variable for that. Group equal to the student's performance $group. That is, the term group or the variable group refers to the group column in the student's performance dataset. Okay. So when I type group, it means that this group column in the student performance dataset. Then what I'm going to do is for absolute frequency, finding the absolute frequency, there is one thing, that is table command. So table of what? Table of the group column, right? So I'm going to type table of group. Yeah, I got it. But the only difference is here the frequency distribution is in horizontal form. Then we have got the absolute frequency, so I can assign absolute frequency, the term absolute frequency for these values. So I'm going to type absolute frequency equal to the table of group. That's known as absolute frequency. Okay. Yeah, here you can see that's present. Then in order to find relative frequency, we use command called prop.table, prop.table, proportion.table. For I hope so that's a proportion. Okay. Prop.table of what? That is relative frequency of what? Relative frequency of the absolute frequency, right? Relative frequency is related to absolute frequency, and that's why we're going to put prop.table of absolute frequency. Yeah, we have got the relative frequency, and I can assign the term relative frequency for the slave result. So relative frequency equal to prop.table of absolute absolute frequency. Okay. Yeah, you can see that it's displayed here. Then what? Then next one is cumulative frequency. The command for calculating cumulative frequency is CUMSEM, cumulative sum. Okay, cumulative sum. In the previous two things, that is an absolute frequency and then relative frequency, we first found out the result and then we assigned a variable, the term absolute frequency and relative frequency for the results, right? But here we can do it alternatively. We can directly type it as cumulative frequency is a variable that is equal to the CUMSEM, the cumulative sum of what? Cumulative frequency is the cumulative sum of absolute frequency. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Then the next one is relative cumulative frequency, obviously. So the relative cumulative frequency is equal to the CUMSEM, that the cumulative sum of what? The relative frequency. It's as simple as that. So I've got 4 results, and when these 4 results are separate, that will not be that much easy for us to visualize. So in order to bind everything, we use a command called cbind. Cbind of what? Absolute frequency, relative frequency, cumulative frequency, and relative cumulative frequency. Close the bracket. Yeah, press enter. Here is your frequency distribution table using R.